Welcome to Tech Voodoo. Today, got my YXZ here, and we're going to go ahead and talk about some protection for the oil lines. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of where they put the external oil tank and how they ran the lines. I think there could have been a better way to run them. It would have taken a little bit more time, but it would have gotten them out of the way of the debris of the tires kicking whatever up. Now, I've seen this on a few videos on YouTube, and I've read it on some forums, guys actually puncturing these metal lines. So what I think is pretty cool is there's a company that has actually made a bracket that covers the line, adds just a little bit more protection. Like I said, it's not bulletproof, things are still going to break, but it adds a little bit of protection, which is awfully nice. Here's the bracket here. It covers up the top and bottom oil line that comes from the tank. So you've got your feed and your return. It's covering both of those up, and it goes behind this plastic shroud here as well. So you got it held in here. You've got an now this comes with the brackets, the supporting brackets, but it comes with a bracket here and a bracket down here. This is your existing bracket. Now, this existing bracket is what holds both the oil lines to the engine. This is bolted to this motor mount here, and it comes with a longer bolt. So what you're going to do, and it's super simple, all you have to do is loosen up this bracket. Now, I went ahead and loosened up the bracket down here a little bit so I had a little bit of play, and then I took this nut completely out. Now, when you do that, it's a two-piece clamp, two-piece metal clamp with rubber in between. So you're going to go ahead and take the back side of that clamp and set it off to the side, because you're going to get to that later, but not right away. Then they come with two supporting bracket pieces. Hopefully you can see up in there. Let me grab my flashlight real quick. All right, so it's going to come with two brackets here. Let's see if I can see it. Oh, it's okay, so it's at the bottom one. All right, so there's that white bracket. You see how it's got some white rubber around it. It's going to come with two of those brackets there. And then you see the factory unit right there. Has the bracket on the back. Like I said, that bracket right there come in handy later, but that bracket's just loose because this is a two-piece unit. So you're going to go ahead and set that off to the side for right now. What you'll do is you'll go ahead and take those two pieces that they supply you that go around the oil line, and you'll put them on there, and they'll roll around. But you got one down here, and then you got one up here. And then you're going to go ahead and get those guys started, because if you get them started, this whole unit's still going to move. And then you're going to go ahead and take the new bolt that they give you, or Phillips screw, I should say, on this. And you're going to go ahead and put that in. Now, I went ahead and added this extra washer here, this big washer here, because I wanted something that wouldn't smash because these guys right here pull against itself. So these right here only get so tight, both of these. But this guy right here, you could actually tighten it to where it's actually denting and pulling this unit in, and it would start touching the lines, which of course vibration, that actually caused more damage than something kicked up into the line. You want to make sure that you got the rubber pieces in there. There is a spacer in between this bracket and the factory bracket. Don't forget the spacer. You forget the spacer, this is going to sit right up against the lines, and it's going to end up rubbing a hole into one of the lines. So I repeat, don't forget the spacer that's in between here. Just a nice little chunk of aluminum, and it just sits in between this bracket and the factory bracket. Go ahead and get this guy right here started. After I got started, I went ahead and moved it around to where I liked it, got the alignment where I wanted it, and then I went ahead and tightened this one down. After I tightened this one down, then I went ahead and tightened the other two, and boom, I was done. Like I said, not the biggest fan of how they did that, but it does work. Like I said, the factory tank is there. Try your best not to break this. When you take it on, take it off. Try not to destroy it, because this does, even though it's plastic, it does protect your oil tank. The oil tank is very fragile, very weak. You'll notice after a couple oil changes that if you over tighten the oil drain plug, it'll actually start pushing the bottom of this tank in, and it can twist off. The welded in piece here, or the formed in piece, will actually break off. You lose oil, there goes your engine block. So just be cautious when you're changing your oil. Like I said, try to keep this as best as you can. Try to take care of it. Like I said, the inevitable, a rock coming up, smacking it, a tree branch that's caught on the tire comes up, smacks it. I understand. If it's broken, try to find a way to mend it. Because like I said, this protects the oil tank, and it's an engine, it needs its oil. So like I said, this system here, I don't know. I mean, I guess this being here, they could have taken these lines and they could have ran them up here to the frame side. They could have run them up, run them over, and then dropped them down. They could have just dropped them down right here, which would still put it in this position, but it wouldn't be here. Because my problem is you see the tire sits here, and the tire grabs something, it can come up and catch. This, to me, seems like an area that it'd catch. So, added some little extra protection. I said, contacted this company. They went ahead and sent over one of their plates, and we went ahead and bolted it on. Now, I have seen these plates for sale by different companies, still the same company that made them, but by different companies that have different colors. So if you wanted red and blue, white, green, whatever, you'd be able to buy it with different colors. I went ahead and saved a little bit of money, went ahead and just got stainless steel and was just done with it. But that's a recommendation on protecting your feed and return line for your sub pump on your YXZ. And this works for all YXZs 2016 to 2020. It's going to cover all those. All right, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, like. If you want to see more videos like it, go ahead and subscribe.